all with the goggles. We haven't got there yet, but should all be with the goggles. So you found your right torsional upbeating nystagmus. Come on down a little bit more so you're actually on the pillow. Oh. Sorry.
Is that good?
Yeah. Bend your knees for some support of the spine. So once the nystagmus dies down, you wait an additional 30 seconds, yeah. And then when that dies down plus 30 seconds, then you roll on the back of the skull so that the left ear is down. You might see nystagmus again. If it continues to be right torsional upbeating nystagmus, crystals are going in the same direction, it's looking okay. If they reverse, you're gonna see left torsional downbeating nystagmus. It's gonna be opposite. They've slid backwards in the canal. Now you know you're probably gonna have to do the maneuver again. Okay, so this is position 2. You keep her here for 30 seconds after nystagmus goes away. If no nystagmus, just 30 seconds. Okay, so she's 45 degrees to the left now. She made a 90-degree turn, but she's 45 degrees to the left.
Sorry, you didn't just say the nystagmus changed directions though, right?
That's if the crystal slipped back during the head
But I thought
turn.
that was sort of one of the cornerstone things. If the nystagmus changes directions, then you think more central.
So you're talking more about the seated oculomotor exam,
Okay.
where you go gaze evoke nystagmus to the right, it's right beating. Gaze evoke nystagmus to the left, it's left beating. That's dangerous nystagmus.
Okay.
If her nystagmus is horizontal and it changes directions in BPPV testing, and it didn't happen in sitting, we're going to get to that in horizontal canal BPPV.
Okay.
That's no big deal.
Okay.
But that's why you always do a seated oculomotor exam first. So you're detecting any potential direction changing nystagmus before you get into the testing positions.
And it's cessation, it's 30 seconds after cessation of nystagmus, not their sensation of dizziness.
Yeah, because some patients will be like, they'll be dizzy the whole time and anxious the whole time. So go by a little bit more by the nystagmus.
And then how would you instruct them doing it at home?
Well, it's the same.
Right.
Oh,
But for duration.
for their dizziness. They have to do it by their dizziness.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is position 2, the left ear is down. Now you're gonna roll onto your left side. Maybe grab the edge of the mat, and if you're worried about them falling off, you're gonna have to be right in front of them. And then you rotate the nose down another 45 degrees. So not 90 degrees to the floor where you're smashing their face in the pillow, and not 90 degrees to the wall, but splitting the difference here. You stay here 30 seconds after the nystagmus goes away. And then when they sit up, have them keep the chin on the left shoulder for a little bit. As they sit up, you're right next to them. Grab the edge of the bed, both sides. Now go ahead and put your head on straight. So that coming up part, you might have the crystal slide backwards and they can get a big reaction. They can lose control. I have no idea where they are sometimes. I had one patient, I remember I was in the fellowship program, this is like many years ago. The patient, it wasn't my patient, but I was across the hall. The patient fell straight down and had a huge egg on her head after. And the therapist at the time had no idea why that happened, and I explained that the crystals backslid suddenly. It's called an otolithic crisis, and you always want to be ready for that, no matter how young, how old. You can't predict it, so just always be right next to them when they get up. Okay, and then as far as after